Talk to me a little bit about, as actors, what it's like to come to the set and work with these talents, and maybe looking back 10 years from now, what's a moment you'll remember about working on the show, that like a single moment or something like that, that you can share with us, for both of you.
That's a good one. There's several for me, but mine was my first day on set. If you watch the trailer, there's this. I think the trailer opens with Mitch and Mike standing by the water discussing, right? I actually went to visit. I had just come off. I think I just come out of quarantine, and I just gone to go do a costume consultancy with the costume department, and I went to go visit Hugh and Taylor and the rest of the crew on set. And that scene, I watched that scene on the monitors. I just remember being immediately drawn in, and there weren't even. It was the subtlety of that moment that got me hooked, because I got the sense that what they were saying had such impact that literally the hairs on the back of my neck were standing up, and I was like, "Wow, this is insane." Hugh was kind enough to brought me a chair that had my name on it. Right, I already knew. I was nervous about meeting him and stuff, because this is Hugh Dillon we're talking about, right? But this guy, somebody of that stature, just humbly comes and offers me something. I'm nobody in this, right? Offers me something, offers me a chair of all things with my name on it. I've never felt so welcome in my life. I was just like, yo, okay, we are really here and we are really doing this. And that was a moment that got me. That will stay with me forever. My first day on set.
That's awesome. I mean, Toby kind of encapsulates all of it for me. Taylor and I co-created this so many years ago. To see it come to fruition, and to speak to what Toby said, Taylor makes us all feel like we can do it. This was a dream for me, and I persevered, and he just taught me to be patient and to, for me as an actor, I know what it's like to show up and you get your chair and sit over there and you're on some production. And Taylor enabled all of us to feel empowered and to feel like a family, and you feel like you're doing something. And so I remembered all those years being a producer and an actor on this, all those years showing up, and you grab a chair and the stars have their names on it. And I knew what that was like. So that is the kind of thing I thought, if I ever get the chance to do my own show, I want to do it every way I can. And Taylor, taught me that. He was my acting coach 15 years ago when we were both broke. And I just loved Toby. I loved his performance. I saw what he brought to the table. I saw the skill set of this actor to not only embody this character that I'd lived with for 10 years, but to change his accent. I lived in England when I was 21. So I was like, holy shit, this dude is not only fantastic, he is changing his whole dialect. And, and that is the caliber. Renner brought in extra gear. Diane Wiest brought this whole other gear. Taylor Sheridan set the table. And for me, Eric, quite frankly, is to have come from this little prison town in Canada, to have worked in America, to have worked as an actor and a musician for so many years. I've been so lucky. But for me to see the whole crew come back to this prison that when I grew up, it was a maximum security prison. And then it had been decommissioned, and I would send pictures to Taylor, as we're shooting Wind River and as we're shooting Yellowstone, going, dude, this is opened up. It's now decommissioned. We could shoot here. And it was always such a dream. And to get to this particular point in time with these actors and this environment and the force of nature that is Taylor Sheridan, and to go back to my hometown and shoot there. Dan Aykroyd called me and said, "That's pretty amazing. Congratulations. You're bringing it back home to," and that's Dan Aykroyd, Saturday Night Live, Ghostbusters. I'm like, thank you, thank you, sir. I just loved it, and to work with this collection of folks who just bring it 110%. It just makes me, there were so many times you want to quit, or you just get that little wave of, oh, it's hard. and just to know that I've just kept my head down, and I've been under the, you know, Taylor Sheridan is my mentor, and I just listen to him, and he guided me through this whole career from being an acting coach, you know, and I'd have to wonder, do I pay Taylor to coach me on a audition, or do I eat lunch? And it's just been spectacular.